Ladies and gentlemen, the graduation ceremony will begin shortly. May I encourage you to switch off your handphones or put them to silent mode if you haven't done so. We have arranged for official photographers to take photos of all graduates receiving their ceremony. Therefore, there's no need to come forward to take photographs during the ceremony. I will be inviting you to stand when the academic procession enters and leaves the convention hall. And lastly, dear graduates, please ensure that you have your admission ticket and identity card with you before joining the queue to receive the scroll box on stage. You will be issued with a card, log-on ID, and password as you leave the stage. Please keep the card as you will need it to place your order for photos. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. Our guest speaker, Mr. Loh Wan Chern, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. We welcome you to the 54th graduation ceremony of the Singapore Polytechnic. At this 7th session, we will be presenting diplomas and other awards to graduates from the Singapore Polytechnic Business School. Our guest speaker this afternoon is Mr. Loh Wan Chern, who is the Chief Executive of the Singapore Accountancy Commission. As the Chief Executive, Mr. Loh leads the Singapore Accountancy Commission in collaborating with local and international communities to promote accountancy talent development, professional qualifications, research, and thought leadership. With a great passion for teaching, Mr. Loh is an adjunct associate professor with the NUS Business School, where he teaches enterprise risk management and social media sentiments. As an advocate of continuing education, Mr. Loh serves as a member on the Institute of Technical Education's Business Services Academic Advisory Committee. It is now my pleasure to invite Mr. Loh Wan Chen to deliver the graduation address. Mr. Loh, please.
Good afternoon, Mr. Chan Sun Shen, Principal, Singapore Polytechnic, distinguished guests, parents and graduates, teachers, ladies and gentlemen. Today is a special day for everyone here, including myself. It is my first time giving a graduation address since my appointment as Chief Executive of the Singapore Accountancy Commission. In fact, I have never given a graduation address before, and I'm honored to be given this opportunity to offer some words of wisdom to the graduating cohort of the Accountancy, International Business, Tourism and Resort Management diplomas from the Singapore Poly Business School. Never is a very strong word that evokes strong emotions. Never can bring up fear. For example, I have never had a full-time job before, for many of you, and I don't know if I can make it. Never can bring up excitement. For many of you going overseas, I've never been overseas before, and it can be very exciting indeed. Or never can bring up sadness. My grades aren't good enough, and I'll never make it to university. So never can be a strong emotions. And if you accept never as, well, never, then you will close the doors to what could be. But what could be? The greatest job, the best degree, it doesn't matter if you believe that never is forever, because you would have closed the door. But if you accept never as a challenge, as an encouragement, as a dare, then the possibilities of what could be are endless. It is an exciting time for all of you today. You are graduating, and you have your whole life ahead of you. There are many choices to make and to take you to your next stage in life. But you should never let never close the doors to what could be. And I'm sure that every one of you here didn't close the doors to what could be in your years in Singapore Poly. You have fully made use of the opportunities to enhance your learning experience and create wonderful memories in the process. Graduates from the International Business Diploma had the privilege to participate in cultural appreciation programs in China, Vietnam, and Indonesia, where you learn about the business practices of emerging economies and be groomed to be global talents. Accountancy graduates, I'm delighted to hear that you have put in great effort in developing your EQ and depth of thinking, in addition to numeracy skills and an aptitude for business. A fantastic example is a recent ASEAN Connect program in Surabaya in March of 2014. There is a great program that explores business environments at a social enterprise angle, and I'm sure you will continue to serve with a joyful heart long after you graduate. Tourism and resort management graduates, in addition to your studies, you have gone on many experiential trips and took part in 6 months internship. Some of you have interned in Disney World in the US, some in Shangri-La in Shanghai, and even though you battled homesickness and culture shocks, you have returned a more competent and appreciative individual. The tourism industry continues to be a vibrant one, and I hope that you will never miss a beat and grasp every opportunity when you can, even after you have graduated. So it seems that many of you and all of you have mastered the art of never saying never in Singapore Poly. Well done. But the road is long, and you will still have many years to make your mark. The advantage of being 50 years old, and I did just turn 50 this year, is that I have seen more nevers than many of you. And let me share with you today 3 life lessons about what I have learned from one of these nevers that I have encountered. I hope that you can keep these 3 life lessons in your pocket and that they will guide you in your life journey when you graduate. The Gobi Desert is the 5th largest desert in the world, after the Antarctic Desert, the Arctic Desert, the Sahara Desert, and the Arabian Desert. The Gobi Desert is the largest desert in Asia at 1,600 kilometers wide. That's 4 times the distance from here to KL, the size of the Gobi Desert. It is also the windiest non-polar desert in the world, and the temperature can go up to as high as 50 degrees in the summer and has been known to drop to minus 40 degrees in the winter. So given this background information, the Gobi Desert is not exactly a glamorous tourist destination. Like many of you, I have never been to the Gobi Desert before until I received an email 2 years ago that said, Gobi Desert Challenge, 110 kilometers in 4 days. And there I share with you life lesson number 1. No amount of preparation compares to the real thing. And so I saw the email that invited me to go on a 110-kilometer journey in the Gobi Desert over 4 days. One push of the button and I press delete and I'll never see it again. But I took the time to think about it seriously. I have never been to the Gobi Desert, and so probably not many of you have been there before. I asked myself questions like, do I have time to train? Can I take on a challenge when I've never even run a marathon before? And this is running 4 marathons in 4 days in the Gobi Desert. So this was a big challenge. Many questions, but no answers. Just like many of you who are graduating today. Many questions, but no answers. And sometimes the answer is just to go for it and to take the plunge, rather than to say no to something that you have never done before. Why can't we say, why not? And so I replied to the email and said, why not? And I clicked send. And so I did all my preparations that I thought I could do for a 110-kilometer run in the Gobi Desert. For 2 months, I trained at the McRitchie Reservoir. Every Sunday, I ran at 3 p.m. in the hottest weather possible. I researched on the Gobi Desert, and I learned how to stay alive and energized in the Gobi Desert. I learned Chinese because I couldn't speak Chinese, and I knew that in order to survive in the desert, running with Chinese running mates, I had to learn Chinese. And I bought special running shoes. The shop owner where I bought the shoes asked me, do I need waterproof shoes? And I laughed. I said, this is the Gobi Desert. Why would I need waterproof shoes before? And I will live to regret it later on because I did not buy waterproof shoes. So I was prepared. I trained. I learned Chinese. I bought the right shoes, or so I thought. Running 110 kilometers over 4 days in the 5th largest desert in the world is no mean feat. And this was not done under comfortable conditions. There was no beautiful scenery. There was no snow-covered mountains, no green grass, no water, no rivers. And the weather was not the ideal 20 degrees Celsius air condition that you have here in this center. We ran in harsh conditions, sandstorms, rocky plains, sand dunes, and sand and sand and more sand. The temperature was sometimes hot, but most of the time it was just very, very hot. At times it was soar to over 40 degrees, and at night it was freezing temperature when we slept under the desert sun. In the end, no amount of preparation could prepare me for the real thing. Running in McRitchie Reservoir in Singapore is not the same as running in the 5th largest desert in the world. No matter how much water I drank, I was always thirsty. And yes, I needed waterproof shoes to run in the desert, because in the desert, the sand is so fine that it is like water, and it seeped into my shoes. And after the 4 days, I lost all my toenails because I did not have waterproof shoes. Your years in Singapore Poly have no doubt groomed you to be ready to take on the world. but academic excellence alone will not prepare you for the real life, for the ups and for the downs. There's no manual for what's best for you after you graduate. There's no SOP or standard operating procedure. Things can hit you before you know it. You can opt for further studies only to find out that it is not the path you want to take. You can apply for a university and only to find that your dream job comes knocking at the same time. What do? You can dive straight into a job after you graduate only to find that working life is not exactly a bed of roses. So life lesson number 1, no amount of preparation compares you to the real thing. You just have to take it on the chin and you will come up from your life experiences a much stronger person. And just remember to always buy waterproof shoes, no matter where you're going. Life lesson number 2, the race matters as much as the finishing line. When you're in the race, you're always looking to the finishing line, hoping that you'll be first to cross the line. After all, in any race, all races, there are prizes for those who finish first, no prizes for those who finish last. And just like in the Gobi Desert race, there are many races in life. A race to start school, a race to take exams, a race to get a job, a race to win. But is life all about winning to finish at the finishing line? At the Gobi Desert race, I met a fellow runner. He's this guy called Mui Hyong from Singapore. He was big size, or in other words, he was a little bit on the fat side. He was part of my running team. On the first day, I noticed that he had difficulties covering the first 20 kilometers. I looked at him and I decided there and then that I would help Mui Hyong over the next 4 days. Somehow, finishing first was not as important in my mind as helping Mui Hyong. I ran along with him, I slowed down, and I gave him encouragement every few minutes, gave him water to drink and energy bars to keep up his stamina. On the second day, Mui Hyong dropped out because he was too ill to run. But on the third day, he continued the race, and I ran along with him, navigating the difficult terrain. By the third day, I knew that I could never finish to win any prizes. But no matter what I trained, no matter how determined I was, I would never finish first, second. I will finish close to last because I was too far behind. However, that didn't really matter because I finished and crossed the finishing line with Mui Hyong, hand in hand. And as I ran past the last kilometer mark, my mind was already made up to go back to Gobi Desert one day because it was not just the finishing line. Finishing the race was just an event, making new friends, appreciating the logistics challenge of a big race in the Gobi Desert, and seeing the Gobi Desert with my very own eyes. Those were more worth it than crossing the finishing line alone. Many years down the road, when all of you graduates look back on your Singapore Poly days, you will remember the times when you stayed back, worked too late on your school projects, the time when you participated in your overseas programs, the times when you hung out with your classmates in the canteen. Never forget those times. Never forget the classes, the memories, the conversations that you had with your lecturers and your classmates. Treasure them because they are the ones that brought you to where you are right now. The race matters much more than the finishing line. And life lesson number 3, be the best version of yourself. It takes courage to grow up and to become who you really are. Besides courage, it takes time. No one really knows who they really are, and it can take a lifetime to figure that out. I say start by being true to yourself. Be the you that you want to be, and not the person that your friends or your parents pressurize you to be. Always choose honesty and learn to know what you want to know you want in life. When you're true to yourself and your beliefs, work on becoming the best possible version of yourself. How? Be curious. Dare to dream. Call on the leader that you see yourself in the mirror. Don't accept never as forever. Capitalize on what you have now. And you do have a lot. You have time and you have youth on your side. You are the wired generation. You have Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Google, YouTube, and lots of apps, and that is the new generation right now. The possibilities are endless. As SP graduates, you have the capacity to respond positively to global issues and tackle the most daunting problems. While you're making a difference and contributing to Singapore, you may encounter many, many firsts. And if you have never done these things before, it's okay to make mistakes. It's okay to experiment with failure. It means that you took action. It means that you saw the word never as a motivation and you tried to accomplish something. Just like the Gobi Desert, sometimes it's not about winning. It's not about keeping a perfect score. It's not about finishing. It's about who you finish with. It's about who you help. It's about who you made sacrifices with. It's about learning who you really are in times of adversity. And with this, I hope that you keep these 3 life lessons in your pocket as guiding principles for your next stage in life. Like your parents and teachers, I am proud of your achievements today, and I truly believe that you're poised for greater achievements ahead. Remember, never is not forever. Congratulations, 2014 graduates of the School of Business, Singapore Poly. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Loh. Ladies and gentlemen, coming up next is a short film that captures the SP vision, a caring community of inspired learners committed to serve with mastery. It also summarizes the journey that every student goes through in SP and how they become our purposeful and caring individuals who use their skills to serve others. We hope this legacy will continue to play on for many years to come. This moving film, entitled The Journey, was directed by Mr. Alvin Lee and his course mates from the Diploma in Digital Media class of 2011. Mr. Lee has recently become the first Singaporean to gain admission into the prestigious Beijing Film Academy to study film directing. Please sit back and enjoy the short film. Ladies and gentlemen, we will now begin the presentation of diplomas to the graduates. This afternoon, we will be presenting diplomas and other awards to 394 graduates from SP Business School. May I now call upon Director of SP Business School, Mr. Reginald Wee, to present the diplomas. Mr. Wee, please. Ladies and gentlemen, the graduates for the Diploma in Accountancy.
Aaron Ang Wei Jie, Ang Shilin Vivian, Darren Ng Wee Boon, Gabriel Chua Wei Sheng, Leong Ji Wei Brian, Liao Yi En Evan, McGraw Chan Cheng Sun, Seat Ru En, Wan Di, Abu Asfer Abu Mutut, Alicia Ko Wei Shan, Amrin bin Anan, Ang Lei Jun, NG, Anika Tabasam, Arifa Hasina Begum Binti Abdul Jamil, Astra Poon Yo Yi, Atika Laura Zana Binti Muhammad Tahir, Ao Xie Ting, Bai Chao Jin, Bethany Pamela Xavier, Bharti Gupta, Bong Hui Si, Cecily Chang Jing Fang, Chan Jing Ting Fiona, Chan Ka Sun, Chan Yi Rong, Chandra Lekha Tanabalan, Chen Dan Lin, 姜思妍、姜玉婷、邱世豪 Darren、嘉文璇、江美玲、Chin Kenton、昌元信、楚玉和、Choi Chi Chung、Choi 杰伦、Chua Tzi Fedora、Chua Zhengxuan Brixton、Danny Alexander、Dina binti Muhammad Zulkifli、Edmund Yo Sheng Yong、Eugene Eng Yuan Kiang、Felicia Yong Song Ming、Fu Ce Ren、Gladys Le Fang Hui、Go Jin De、Go Li Ting、Ho Hui Zhen、Ho Man Ping、Hao Wei Sin、Geraldine Beck Chi Yi、Jordan Noah Hui Jie、Joshua Farrock、Cao Zhu Er、Cleve Liao Yen Kai、Ko Sing Seong、Kok Yi、Priscilla Kang Hui Ping、Lai Lin、Lam Yi Yong Jason、Lao Jing Wen、 Lý Jie-ying Jacqueline. Lý Li-er. Lý Xavier Darrell. Leonard Eung Kok Ho. Liu Si-ying. Liu Hongxiang. Liu Qingling. Lim Cheng-yang Ryan. Lim Hui-hsien. Lim Ziwei Terence. Lim Si-ping. Lim Sydney. Lim Yi-jun. Lim Yi-shen. Lim Yu-hing Lens. Lin Yongjie. Liu Huimin Deborah. Liu Yongjin. Lo Tik-him Martin. Lok Si-hsien. Lo Wei-ting Eudora. Mabel Wong Xuan-yi. Mohammad Hasni bin Hassan. Mustaqim bin Maswari. Natalie Go Sin-yi. Nathira Ahmad Saif. Niu Rui-sin. Niu Sherlin. Niu Shimin. Ung Eun-mei. Ung Hui-min. Ung Jia-ying. Ung Rui-ting. Ung Rupert. Ung Wei-ting. Ong Wei Ying Alicia, Ngo Guo Tong, Nicole Go Jiahui, Noor Mohammad Ashik Mohammad, Noor Fazliana binti Salamat, Noor Hazima binti Maidin, Noor Sabrina binti Kamil, Noor Shahira binti Sanusi, Nusaiba Nambiarkandi Abdullah Kuni, Ong Hui Shuang, Ong Hui Ting Willie, Ong Li Ying, Ong Sin Wen, Pang Zining, Pauline Tan, Paulson Yap Kwang Yong, Felicia Leong Si Ying, Ho Tao Kwong, Rabiat Joharan Bashir Ahmad, Ryan Benjamin Heng Fu Ming, Ryan Chua Feng Chun, C. I. Ping, C. Han Ning, Shaharna Benogopan, Shamila Bhuvaneswari Abdul Rashid Khan, Shastriya Manogaran, Shireen Chua Shulin, Siu Wai Ling, Sim Jia Lin, Siti Nurliana binti Ahmad, So Wan Lin, Sun Hui En, Sri Nurhanis binti Kamsani, Tan Fang Fang, ท่านคอกเชนคริสโตเฟอร์ท่านชื่อเวยมิเชลท่านยีอานแอนท่านยีทิงท่านยีทิงท่านยูเจอเทไลพิงเทงลีเทียนเทียวรุยชันเทียวเทียนเฉิงทูกาเดวีโกวินดาราจูทงชื่อทิงจื้อคินยูValerie O. Shui Yu Veronica Fong Hong Yin Vidya Ilangovan Vun Jinchuan Wu Tianwen Clara Wang Xuanying Wendy Ko Kai Sing Wang Hong Ming Yo Ian Yo Shu Shan Yao Sheng Yu Elwin Yong Kun Jie Yong Shu Hui Yu Mei Sin Ladies and gentlemen, the graduates for the Diploma in International Business. Ho Siu Min Hong Xue Wen Elabel Amanda Go Sing Jin Ang Chui Yen Melanie Ashley Fu Yong Hao Ao Wei Jie Bennett Chu Sing Long Carmen Leong Jia Min, Charmaine Teng Yong Lin, Cheryl Ng Sin Yi, Chu Chao Tong Daniel, Ching Wen Qi Cleve, Chloe Chen Xue Yi, Chua Guo Rong Elganon, Chua Shu Ting Avril, Daniel Chu Yong Chi, Darius Liu Chang Shaw, Go Wee Kit, Hardy Januar Winata, Heng Ching Ying, Hidayatullah bin Samaon, Ho Zhen Yi, Jasmine Sim Tiu Min, Jocelyn Tan, Joey Lee Hui En, Ko Ing Ling, Ko Kok Bin, Li Liying, Liu Lu Yi, Lim Hui Jia, Lim Hui Min, Lim Jing Yi, Lim Ying Hao Daniel, Pang Ye Zhe, Ryan Adam bin Abu Hassan, Sam Wen Jin, Samantha Go Sing Yun, Sarah Amor O Wen Ling, Shervin Lo Su Wei, Sim Zhu Hui Gideon, Tan Chiao Kit, Tan Guan Ling Vini Kusunti,
Tan Jia Jin, Tan Jianqi Gerald, Tan Kian Leong, Timothy Jin Wei, Timothy Lawrence da Silva, Vanessa Ong Xie Yi, Wang Xue Wen, Widianto,
Ladies and gentlemen, the graduates for the Diploma in Tourism and Resort Management.
Ang Hong Cheng Keith, Chong Jin Wei, Pei Pei Ying, Tan Wei Qi, Adeline Sim Tian Yun, Agnes Ong Jing Jie, Alison Tan Hui Min, Alvin Ang Cheng Yuan, Annabella Chin Xiaorong, Anthony Sik Zhiwei, Audric Chu Zheng, Bu Zhixian, Cao Jian, Chan Chang Bok, Chan Jianjun, Chan Jieshi Cheryl, Che Zijun, Chen Humphrey D, Cheong Ya Jing, Chia Li Chuang, Cheng Cheng Di, Chong Wei Cheng, Chong Yong Lin Shanna, Chu Wei Hong, Chu Chunyi Jean. Chua Hui Min. Chua Kun Liang. Chua Zimin Melissa. Chuang Shen Yuan. Dennis Tan Che Jing. Diona Yong Yi Ting. Divya Venugopal. Fabian Li Jianqiang. Faiz bin Ishaq. Jasmine Lu Jialin. Jasmine O Xue Li. Joey Liu Siling. Jolene Xia Cheng Hui. Josie Go Po Ying. Joy Tan Yu Fang. Joyce Lee Chin Hui. Joycelyn Ong Jing Sin. Kimen Tan Yu Jian. Kimberly Seat Wan Jin. Ko Mun Hong Agnes. Ko Sok King. Ko Yu Ting. Lai Ting Xiu. Lao Hui Min Emilia. Lao Xin Yi. Li Guanghui Benjamin.
Li Yanquan Asher.
Liao Jiansheng Daniel. Liao Pei Wen Amelia. Leslie Go Le Si. Liu Huiying. Liu Jiahao. Lim Carroll. Lim Go Ting Vivian, Lim Hong Wei, Lo Ting Yi, Lo Guan Ting, Lua Mei Yi Mavis, Mandy Sit Gyok Hui, Michelle Go Jia Ling, Michelle Wong Wei Lin, Mohammed Khairil bin Daud, Mohammed Yunus bin Saleh, Natalie Nicole Leong, Neo Shermin, Neo Shi Yun, Neo Yutin Jomains, Nur Diana binti Muhammad Suhani, Nurlina binti Adsman, Ong Shu Yuan Elvin, Po Wan Ting, Pun Chun Nan Lester, Hua Baofang Georgine, Kwek Li Jin, Robia Seat, Royston Ho Chang Yi, Ryan Lee Han Long, Samantha Wong Wai Sun, Samuel Ko Tai Wei, Sandy Yap Hui Xian, Selvaraj Ananda Raja, Xiao Zhimin, Sharul Shafiq bin Samsuri, Siti Zulaika binti Abdul Rahim, So Chi Ping Judith, Sophia Tan Lin Fei, Tan Chun Yong Aaron, Tan Hui Xian, Tan Jin Ting, Tan Kim Hui, Tan Wei Lin, Tan Yi Hui, Tan Yu Jing, Tay Zhiyan, T Si Bernadette, T Si Angela, Tiao Ze, To Sin Hui Jenna, Tomohisa Hiraga, Wan Aron Shah bin Wan Aslan Shah, Wang Mei Wen, Wang Ming Duo, Woon Jin Wen Edmund, Yen Ko Min, Yo Yuan Ning, Yu Mei Jun Joey, Yu Cheng Zhen, Zhang Ruishan,
Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes the list of graduates from the SP Business School. Thank you, Mr. Wee. We will now present the prizes. May I invite Mr. Tan Chun Sien, Principal and Chief Executive Officer of the Singapore Polytechnic, to present the following prizes. Mr. Tan, please. From the Diploma in Accountancy course, the PricewaterhouseCoopers Prize, Zhou Yiquan. The CPA Australia Prize, Neo Ting Ling. The KPMG Prize, Mavis Ng Han Zing. The Deloitte and Touche Prize, Ng Xian Wen. The Ernst & Young Prize, Perlin Lim Pei Lin. the Chartered Institute of Management Accountants Singapore Branch Prize, Ong Bing Hui. The Institute of Chartered Accountants in England and Wales Prize, Tan Ai Ling. From the Diploma in International Business course, the Avia Capital Partners Prize, Amanda Chu Mei Ying. The Broadway Industrial Group Prize, Monica Ng Ting Yu. From the Diploma in Tourism and Resort Management course, the Gyamso International Tours Prize, Claire Marie Tupez. The La Grandeur Palm Resort Hotel Prize, Javina Kong Le Yi. The Fairmont Singapore and Swiss Hotel The Stamford Prize, Cadence Lam Xue Zhen. The Sunny Holidays Prize, Jerlene Lee. The MCI Group Asia Pacific Prize, Cheryl Lee Share. Chan Brothers Travel Prize, Muhammad Latfi Anis bin Hamdan. The 6 Seconds Education Prize, Weng Wan Ying. The Xperia Prize, Wong Chia Hui. That concludes the presentation of prizes. Thank you, Mr. Tan. Ladies and gentlemen, we will now present medals to our top graduates for excelling in their courses of study. May I invite Mr. Loh Wan Chen, Chief Executive of the Singapore Accountancy Commission, to present the medals. Mr. Loh, please. From the Diploma in Accountancy course, the Inland Revenue Authority of Singapore Silver Medal is awarded to Pang Yifan. The Institute of Chartered Accountants Gold Medal and the Association of Chartered Certified Accountants Singapore Prize are awarded to Andre Neo Anjie. From the Diploma in International Business course, the Super Bean International Silver Medal is awarded to Chua Siu Fang. The Far East Organization Gold Medal is awarded to Noor Lloyd bin Sata. From the Diploma in Tourism and Resort Management course, the Singapore Tourism Board Silver Medal and the TRICOM Events Prize are awarded to Ong Ying Ying. The Marina Bay Sands Gold Medal and the 6 Seconds Education Prize are awarded to Jolene Lee Yi Hyang. That concludes the presentation of top medals. Thank you, Mr. Loh. Ladies and gentlemen, giving the valedictory speech this afternoon is a graduate of the Diploma course in Accountancy, Andre Neo Anche. May I now call upon Andre to deliver the farewell address on behalf of the new graduates. Andre, please.
A very good afternoon to our guest speaker, Mr. Loh Wan Chen, Principal and CEO, Mr. Tan Chun Hsien, ladies and gentlemen. Let me get my nerves right first. I believe every graduate here has once had the desire to prove him or herself to others. But after 3 years in SP, I found that proving ourselves to others only makes us really tired. What matters is that we pursue excellence in whatever we do, so that our success is not for others, but for ourselves. Our time in SP came and went like the wind, didn't it? In year one, we were fresh out of pre-tertiary education and couldn't wait to see what SP had to offer. Most of us joined the CCA, made lots of new friends, and spent days trying out all the food courts. Year two was then a brutal awakening, and we faced difficult projects and exams. All seemed impossible, but we pushed through to our final year, and grades ceased to matter, and we just wanted to enjoy life while doing what we did. I recall my study trip to Perth last year. Over there, my friends and I had only one night to complete a report and prepare a 5-minute presentation. All of us squeezed every drop of brain juice we had, scrambling over scores of financial ratios and trying to address every detail. Now, while it sounds excessive for a mere 5-minute presentation, giving all I had for it brought me immense satisfaction and enjoyment. And that's the point, isn't it? To enjoy life doing what we do. That is an effect of pursuing excellence. It's about consciously making decisions to devote ourselves wholeheartedly, be it in work or even in play. A friend once told me that the pursuit of excellence is where we decide to love what we do, and so we end up doing what we love. But we do not walk alone on the path to excellence, for we have people to help us along the way. In SP, these people would be our lecturers who make excellent founts of knowledge and support. To all the lecturers of SP Business School, thank you for being our teachers, our mentors, our counselors, and above all, our friends. Of course, we need people to help us escape from reality every now and then. To all my friends in DAC, thank you for the memories. Let us remember one another as we move on in life. Finally, I would like to thank my parents who listen to my every frustration and that don't my silly anger with exam mistakes, but love me the same. I am proud to be your son. And let's now put our hands together. Fellow graduates, know that today all of us emerge as victors. Your diploma testifies of your resolve, undefeated by countless challenges. And that resolve is the birth of a vibrant love for life. Let us all pursue our unique brand of excellence and watch as success comes after us. Congratulations, SP Business School graduates of 2014. Thank you.
Thank you, Andre. Ladies and gentlemen, this year is a very special occasion for Singapore Polytechnic, as it is our 60th birthday. To add to the joyous occasion, we present to you a very special SP at 60 rap song, written and sung by Brian Ong, a graduate from the Diploma in Music and Audio Technology. Please sit back and enjoy the video.
Dude, was that Frisian? Polytechnic, exceeding glass ceilings of every attic that's problematic, excelling in academics and seeming so automatic. Like cinnamon biscuit, I'm nibbling, entering my stomach, and it's pancreatic acid digested immediately. It ain't not to see, we'll take that number one spot. Go ahead and pop confetti from up in the hilltop down to the main library. Triple E blocks and get back to Baghdadi. Stop, now take a second to chew on that. 60 years and we're still at the top of the and it hangs from our necks. Hashtag respect quality. Everyone knows that's a fact. Oh, what a treasure, you feel the pressure. No one could match us, maybe they might, but they might just go back on a stretcher. Hold up, I didn't mean to be mean. All I'm trying to say is we're pretty much the A-team. Making pace from here all the way to Beijing. We know how to get the pace up like in fundraising. One part art, two parts smart, three parts heart, four parts harmony, all parts amazing. Have you ever had a dream come to life like you're living in a silver screen? Golden light, it's right here with no more. Right outside your door, this dreams alive. Open them champagne bottles, is a toast to those who chose to go to Dover Road. Postal code 3906 51, even though you live near Expo. Like coast to coast, it goes to show we're overloaded with fourfold gold and no so enroll if you know you're the kind into computers. Engineering error, planes or error, mating drawings, Adobe Illustrator, Froggy dissector, studio life rapper, biomechanical fashion storyboard sketcher, and behind the camera, maybe architecture, aspiring business entrepreneur. Oh, whatever, SB will be the place until you graduate. Wait 3 years later with your diploma. That's why it's gonna get crazy and have you ever had a dream come to life like you're living in a silver screen? Golden light, it's right here with no more. Right outside your door, this dreams alive. Haters, I pardon your misbehaviors. Your thinking is probably still in the beta stages. I'm just a narrator, narrating from the paper, painting pictures for your lot, then drooling on the flavor. I'm doing you all a favor, I'm your neighbor, telling you the truth in every quaver. Let's confirm those rumors you've heard, browsing the internet on your computers. All of you students, in case y'all are clueless, Singapore Polytechnic as the best tutors. Look to the future, we'll be the builders, we'll be the new direction wielders. We'll be at the top, we'll be the best ones, cream of the crop like birds' nest ferns. Put up the decorations, it's a celebration. Everyone dance till your feet get an abrasion. Such an occasion for us to standing ovation for Singapore. Have you ever had a dream come to life like you're living in a silver screen? Golden light, it's right here with no more. Right outside your door, this dreams alive. Have you ever had a wish that reached the sky? Then you felt the breeze at cloud nine. It's right here with no more. Right outside your door, this dreams alive.
Ladies and gentlemen, the graduation ceremony is now adjourned. May I invite all to stand. Procession groups will now leave the convention hall. Thank you for your patience. Please join us for the tea reception at the plaza outside the convention center. May I invite parents and guests to leave the convention center first. Please ensure that you have all your belongings. Have a good day.